Trauma haunting your thoughts. Your overthinking isn't random. It's a sign that the traumatic experiences of the past have caused you to feel immense shame and guilt. It's also the reason why you can't seem to forget. When something bad happens, especially something that really shakes you up, it can stick with you. It's like your brain is trying to make sense of it, going over and over the events, the feelings, and the what-ifs. This is where overthinking comes in. Trauma can leave you feeling unsafe and uncertain, so your mind tries to find some control by constantly analyzing things. But this often leads to more anxiety and stress. One of the reasons trauma leads to so much overthinking is the heavy weight of shame and guilt. You might feel guilty about things you did or didn't do during the traumatic event. Maybe you think you could have prevented it or that you're somehow responsible. These feelings can create a loop of negative thoughts that are hard to break. You might find yourself dwelling on past mistakes and imagining worst-case scenarios. This is often linked to feeling unworthy or flawed, which can make you even more critical of yourself. Trauma can also change the way you think. You might start seeing the world as a dangerous place where bad things are always about to happen. This can lead to catastrophizing, where you automatically assume the worst in any situation. Or you might fall into black and white thinking, seeing things as either perfect or terrible with no middle ground. Another common pattern is personalization, where you blame yourself for things that aren't your fault. These thought patterns can make overthinking even worse, trapping you in a cycle of worry and fear. So how does all this overthinking affect your life? It can show up in many ways. You might have trouble sleeping because your mind is racing with worries. It can make it hard to focus at work or school, leading to reduced productivity. Overthinking can also strain your relationships. You might become irritable or withdrawn, or you might constantly seek reassurance from others, which can be exhausting for them. Ultimately, all this can lead to decreased well-being and low self-esteem. You might feel overwhelmed, helpless, and hopeless. Imagine this: you're at work and your boss gives you some feedback on a project. If you haven't experienced trauma, you might take the feedback in stride and use it to improve. But if you have a history of trauma, you might start overthinking the feedback, assuming that your boss hates your work and that you're about to get fired. This can lead to a spiral of anxiety and self-doubt, making it hard to concentrate on your job. Or let's say you're in a relationship. If you've experienced trauma in the past, you might be constantly worried that your partner is going to leave you. You might misinterpret their actions or words, seeing signs of rejection where they don't exist. This can lead to conflict and insecurity, making it hard to build a healthy, trusting relationship. The good news is that there are things you can do to manage trauma-related overthinking. One powerful tool is mindfulness. Mindfulness means paying attention to the present moment without judgment. When you notice yourself getting caught up in thoughts, you can gently bring your attention back to your breath or your senses. This can help you break free from the cycle of overthinking and feel more grounded in the present. Therapy can also be incredibly helpful. A therapist can provide a safe space for you to explore your traumatic experiences and develop healthy coping mechanisms. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, is a common type of therapy that can help you identify and change negative thought patterns. Acceptance and commitment therapy, ACT, can help you accept difficult thoughts and feelings without struggling against them. And trauma-informed therapy helps the therapist be sensitive and understanding of your past traumatic experiences. Journaling is another useful tool. Writing down your thoughts and feelings can help you process them and gain some perspective. You might try writing about your traumatic experiences, or you might simply write about your daily worries. The act of putting your thoughts on paper can help you feel less overwhelmed and more in control. It's also important to take care of yourself physically. Getting enough sleep, eating a healthy diet, and exercising regularly can all help reduce stress and anxiety. When you're sleep-deprived or run down, it's much harder to manage your thoughts and emotions. Finally, try to connect with others. Social isolation can make overthinking even worse. Spending time with supportive friends and family can help you feel less alone and more connected. Sharing your experiences with others who understand can be incredibly validating and empowering. While these strategies can be helpful, it's important to remember that healing from trauma takes time and effort. There will be ups and downs along the way. Be patient with yourself and celebrate your progress, no matter how small it may seem. However, many questions remain unanswered. For example, how do different types of trauma affect overthinking patterns? What are the long-term effects of chronic overthinking on brain function? And what specific interventions are most effective for different individuals? These are important areas for future research. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more content on psychology and mental well-being.